What's going on, guys? Royal Jelly Patrol back. Another video today. I have another delivery here. A Hot Toys R2-D2 from Star Wars Attack of the Clones, a prequel movie, which honestly I like very much. I know a lot of you also like it, and some of you may not like it, but honestly, what's not to like? It's got freaking all the stuff. It's got all the stuff. We got a new R2. Now, I do have the previous Force Awakens R2, so we'll definitely compare these and see what's different about it. This one has a ton of accessories, although I have a feeling this one's going to be kind of more preferable to me than the previous version. We'll see. I don't know. Got light up functions. We got sound functions. All kinds of cool stuff. If you want to get one of these, check out Pop Collectibles. Link in the description below. But before that, let's open it up. All right, guys, here we go. We've got R2-D2 in the house, MMS 651. Can't wait to open this up because honestly, I'm hoping we get another R2-D2, maybe from Return of the Jedi. That might be kind of cool. This one's going to be from Attack of the Flippin' Clones. We do have our 20th anniversary packaging, so we got a normal, little slipcover action going on here. Nobody really cares. And let's open this guy up. Boom! We got some foil. Got some foil action again with this 20th anniversary packaging. It's beautiful. Dig this. Look at all these flipping accessories. Look at all that stuff we gotta go on there. And yep, it's sealed. So let's open this guy up. Honestly, I feel like R2 should have the ability to open himself up. Like, he's got all the tools, right? But I think that if that happened, it would actually probably scare some of you guys. Oh wait, I forgot about this. Yeah, these boxes. If I can do this properly, you can actually open them up like that too. But yeah, whatever. It's a box. All right, let's go here. Come on, come on. There we go. Oh, look at all the batteries. Oh my goodness, so many batteries, so many accessories. Let's go ahead and get this thing opened up. R2, what's up, brother? How you doing? Oh man, look at all these accessories. Holy crap, that's a lot of stuff. Here's a pro tip for you guys. Take a photo, if you have like a bunch of accessories like this, take a photo or even video, this helps, of all the accessories in the packaging. That way, if you ever sell something, you can remember like where everything goes. Yeah, that'd be nice. Because this is a lot of little stuff. There's a little cutting disc. See, he could have opened himself up with that. That'd have been nice. Anyways, take a photo of that. Or just screenshot the video. C-3PO's head. Oh, man. I can't wait to get a 3PO, a proper one. That's actually pretty cool. Nice little paint job there. It's not die cast. That's plastic. All right, we got that. We got a little flight stand for our R2 units. We got a whole bunch of batteries, which we're gonna have to use. We've got a remote control, which I hope this doesn't interact with my other R2. That would be kind of confusing, or maybe it would be save some trouble. I don't know. Maybe they're on the same frequency. Anyways, we got a little remote here, and then we've got some some blast effects here. Those are pretty cool. I definitely don't have those with the previous R2s. Dig that. We'll put those over here. We've got some switch out plates. Look at those. And then we've got our little toe behind magnet deal here, which is a die cast rod and with a magnet there. So we'll check that out. But I want to see R2 himself. Let's see if I can get you out of here. That's it. That's all the packaging. There are instructions to show you where everything goes. We'll probably going to need that with all these accessories and open panels and everything. But man, it's R2, right? It's definitely heavily weathered. Like heavily weathered. Wow. It looks great. Die-cast dome. I mean, it's R2. I dig this very much, but I'm going to go ahead and get the batteries in here. We'll talk about the light up functions, talk about all the accessories it comes with. But just first impressions, yeah, I dig it. All right, so we've got a lot of stuff going on here. I do have the batteries installed on R2, and I have the batteries installed on R3PO, and I had to use instructions. Look at this guy. So I would highly recommend this. I don't always read the instructions on these things, but I would. We've seen this little trinket of a poster thing going on for a few figures now. Whatever. What I'm interested in is this. So you've got all this stuff going right here, which tells you where every little gadget goes. So we are definitely going to need that, and they will all be displayed on the actual figure, but we'll get to that in just a second. Check your instructions out. All right, let's get to this thing. So we've got, where do we want to start? I guess we can start with this little flight stand, little acrylic flight stand. Not a whole lot going on there. It does say Lucasfilm right there on the bottom. And, it's a flight stand, whatever. We do have all of these accessories. Now, I'm going to put these accessories on the figure based on the instructions. We'll kind of get to that in just a second. But before we do that, there is a lot of stuff going on here. And if I took the time to inspect every single one of these and determine what did what, we might be here for a good minute, so I'm not going to do that. But we do have one particular accessory that we're going to need, which is this guy right here, which is actually the tool that we'll need to open up all the little magnetic panels on R2. But we'll look at these in just a second. All right. As we add them to R2, we'll add them on there. We do have a remote, so we do have our light up function is over here on the A action, and then over here on the R, we've got the sound effect function, and there's an on-off switch right here, and it is infrared, so you got to be somewhat close to the figure. You can't be across the room too far. Yeah, infrared, so there's that. And we do have our 3PO. I guess we can talk about him for a second. There is one particular spot they want this accessory to be. One. That's it. That's where they want this accessory to be, so it can be towed behind. The magnet is only there. The whole thing is not die cast. It does not want to stick pretty much anywhere else but right there. So be mindful of that. The way you install the batteries on this guy is pretty simple. Pop this head straight off, a little friction fit. The batteries go in there. There's a light switch right here, which we can go ahead and pop that. It's fairly bright, right? And now, of course, we know that Hot Toys batteries will last about 15 seconds. And that'll be the end of that. But there we go. But they're pretty bright. They're actually pretty bright. If I go ahead, let's see if I can do this. I'm going to go ahead and cut these lights off. Boom. There we go. And you can see they're pretty stinking bright. Kind of dig it, right? There we go. But there's some nice paint application going on all around. It's pretty much weathered all the way around. Nice detail. I think they absolutely nailed it. Love this detail in the back. Really big fan of this. And I know, most people are going, really want the newer one, the new shiny version of this guy. But we're going to have to wait a little bit on him. He's not going to be out for a minute, but I'm definitely not going to leave that on because that is absolutely going to just go ahead and die. But the paint applications, you do not need to have the lights on to see the eyes. All right, you see the lights are currently off. They just have this triangle set up circles inside the light or inside the eyes, but you do not need the eyes on. So that is a nice touch. Thankfully, they didn't make it look dead. Kind of like K2SO kind of looks kind of dead without his lights. So that's pretty nice to touch. There's no movement on this guy. There's no it's just, there's a magnet right there. That's what you do with it. R2 himself has got a lot going on. As far as the weathering goes, it's quite a lot. So the dome is die cast, just like the previous Hot Toys R2s. The Sideshow R2s are not die cast. At least the most recent ones, and maybe they'll do one with diecast in the future. I don't know, but the older ones definitely not. Definitely paint job going. It's weathered to the freaking max. I mean, look at all this grit and sand and everything going on here, even down to the bottom. I mean, there is a lot of weathering going on this thing. Pretty cool function. Now, the way you install the batteries on R2 is pretty simple. Grab the dome here, pull straight up. Pops out. There's two keys. One's larger than the other. You can't really mess that up. Underside there is where the batteries go. And then there's an on-off switch right there. So we'll go ahead and pop that on and wait on them to die shortly. So the way we're going to mess with this guy, we've got a little remote here. And we should be good to go. So let's go ahead and turn this guy on. Oh, or did I turn it off? I don't know what I did. Oh, I turned it on. That's right. Oh. So let's go ahead and have some fun with this. So we're going to hit this little R button here. That should give us a light up function. Let's say that. Oh, there it goes. Oop, there's a little light right there. Any other light up functions going on here? Light here in the back. We've got that light. All right, that's what I was waiting on. I was like, I knew it did that. I was messing with it earlier. Nice little rotating light effects going on that. Got nice light up functions here, which is moving. I guess if I do this, it might be a little easier. Here we go. Let's do this. So we do have that. We got a little change, a little fluctuation of lights there on the left. We got the red and blue going on here. We've got a light in the front. We've got these guys on the back. To actually get this thing to work properly, let me turn this light back on for a second. You have a little infrared signal there, and you got to point it right here in the dome. So there's that. There's off. There's one on. There's two on. And then those guys are on. And then obviously if I hit it one more time, turns everything off. So if I want to have lights and sounds, it's pretty simple. Turn everything on, 2 clicks there. And then we got some sound functions. I think that's the one everybody wanted to hear. At least I wish I could just use that one. But you rotate through them. You can't really choose. They're on a cycle there. Got to deal with that. I'm going to go ahead and turn these lights off. That way we don't kill the batteries, which are inevitably going to just die anyways. So a lot of accessories to pad onto this guy. But before we do that, I do have the Force Awakens R2. Maybe we should compare the two. So on the left, we've got the R2 from Attack of the Clones. And here on the right, we've got the Force Awakens R2. Both are fantastic figures. In fact, this one can be had for fairly cheap. It doesn't come with a whole lot of accessories, but if you just want an R2 in your collection, highly recommend this piece right here. Definitely you can see the difference in coloration. This guy's been weathered a lot. This guy's taken a bath a couple times, but you can see just going out of the dirt and grime and the weathering and detail. I mean, both of them obviously R2, pretty much exactly the same. I mean, if we want to get down to the nitty gritty, I'm sure we could find something, but I won't mainly pay attention to the paint applications here. But there we go. Yeah, I mean, here, that's the biggest difference. Look at that. Let's get into all these little panels you're going to open up using a specific tool in the box, which is this guy right here. It's got a little magnet on it, and you can see right here, you got all these little panels. There's one specific area that's magnetic. Open that up, and you can open up all these panels. There is a lot of them. It is crazy amount. So obviously you've got these two guys at the top. They're pretty easy to open up. No big deal there. You got a panel here. There's two there. You've got one right here, this little guy here, and then you get the larger panel here. And then if you flip this guy all the way over, you got another one here on the back. Look at that detail. That's crazy. On the dome, you've got a panel here to the side. Again, the amount of detail and wash they've got going on here is next level beautiful. On the top, you've got a couple different, actually there's one more here on the side. Sorry. One more there on the side. One here on the top. That's where his little radar deal goes. And then right here, push that down. And you've got this guy right here. He can come up and rotate around. It's just pretty cool. So lots of little panels in here to add different accessories to. And then, of course, the one down here on the bottom, if you push this guy, you've got, there it goes. You got to get a little push and then a little bit of a pull, and we can get his support leg right there. And it does rotate. You can rotate this guy, however you need to do it. Pull this all the way out. And then obviously you've got normal R2 articulation to have him on his rolling chassis or flight poses, which we'll get to in a little bit. But this guy right here, all these guys rotate to do whatever you want to do. So dig that very much. Yeah, let's go ahead and start adding on some accessories. Here we go, guys. R2-D2 with all of the accessories, almost, because you can't really have them on the ground with the flight thing and then with C-3PO's head and all. Anyways, you get the idea. All the magnetic accessories here. So a lot of stuff going on here. Very cool way to display it, honestly. I kind of dig this. With my other R2 I have from The Force Awakens, it came with pretty much nothing except for the remote. And this one has a lot more accessories, which is cool. And it's got a lot more weathering. And it's from Attack of the Clones, which is a fantastic film. The magnets are plenty strong to stay on the figure. You don't have to worry about them falling out. There is a particular order they're supposed to go in according to the directions. So they have specific spots for how he used it in the Attack of the Clones. Yeah, you can have a little bit of liberty that if you want to and create your own narrative. This accessory here at the top with these little lightning bolt looking things, those are adjustable, so you can bend them however you like at the little pivot joints. It's almost like having like an Iron Man adjustable hand where you can do the digits and whatnot. But the paint application is beautiful. The scaling is proper. I think it is. The light up function is great, and you know, I like everything about it. It's an R2-D2, an iconic hero in the Star Wars universe. But all the accessories look fantastic. Especially I love the little pop up adjustment things you got on the top, and I mean, just it looks great, right? So here we go with the flight effects, if you will, with the acrylic stand. I think it works. Honestly, I think it looks pretty good. I mean, obviously you're gonna have a 360 rotation on the legs, if you will. Those go that way, and of course you got some rotation on the feet, and you can kind of angle those however you want. But I think they work. It would be super cool. It would have been nice if the blast effects had a little LED light up feature. That would have made them look like extra cool. But you know, that being said, I think it works. It's all right. Probably not how I'm gonna have mine displayed, but not terrible. Now somebody out there in YouTube land might be going, what about the Clone Wars versions? We got Clone Wars Anakin, we got Clone Wars Ahsoka. Obviously they paired up quite a lot. Can you put these together? And absolutely you can. The scale looks fantastic. There's nothing wrong with this figure. It's an R2 with a ton of accessories, battery, light up functions, sound functions. There's literally nothing that I can think of that you might want to add to this thing. I really can't. And what do you say, R2? Yeah, he agrees. Yep, he agrees. So yeah, kind of dig it. You could absolutely pair this up with this collection. So here we go. We've got R2 and his good friend C-3PO finally together in the collection, and I think they look fantastic. Although this 3PO has had a few upgrades, and although, you know, I just think it was well deserved. It was time for a 3PO to get some upgrades, honestly. You guys can let me know your thoughts on this, but R2 looks fantastic. I'm very much excited about our Padme at some point we're going to get. And then obviously our Anakin we're going to get from the same film. And I just can't tell you how, yeah. I mean, if they're going to continue with that line, I honestly, just anything in Star Wars land, but Attack of the Clones or Clone Wars related, and fingers crossed Rebels at some point, that would be amazing. Super excited for that. I will buy every flipping one of them and maybe multiples. Just saying. If you want to get one of these, check out Pop Collectibles. There's a link in the description below. Got them in stock right now. And if you don't have an R2, would definitely recommend this one. As always, click what you like. See you next time.